Toss and deciding bat first. India got 290, a modest score in the first innings. And in reply, bowled out Sri Lanka for 230. Handy lead of 60. Small little crowd here in Kotla. That's how the game spanned out for India in the second innings. Gambhir being dismissed very early once again. Similar fashion to that in the first innings. But Irfan Pathan, a surprise packet, batting at number 2, has looked extremely good in good touch, batting on 21. With 2 sixers and VVS Lakshman giving him company. Good afternoon, Sri. And the first man to go, Gambhir.
Making the best of Gambhir in this series. Has got him thrice this time. And will this make the return of Virendra Sehwag easy?
Could be a difficult one, Sri. And the bowling has been disciplined, especially from Chamindabas. 5 overs and he's picked up a wicket already. Muralidharan sharing the new ball with Chamindabas hasn't caused any panic in the Indian dressing room. And just the 2 overs for Dilhara Fernando. Nice warm day. Maximum temperature of 22 today. Good conditions for the spectators to watch. Certainly look forward to this session, which is crucial for both teams. India needs to build up a lead. Anything in excess of 300 will be a good one. The crowd will look for some entertainment. So it's come so far on day 3. It's been a very good pitch to bat on, but the bowlers have done the job. Bowled extremely well on the surface, which is not too friendly to them. 290 and Tendulkar the standout performance, 109, becoming the world record holder for the maximum centuries. 109 to him. Muralidharan 7 for 100. 48 times he has taken 5 wickets or more in an innings. Bandara picking up 2. Sri Lanka in reply 230. Atapattu getting 88. Jayawardena stroke for 60 for him. Anil Kumble the pick of the bowlers, 6 for 72, and Pathan provided the support. India in the second innings, nicely placed at lunchtime, 29 for 1, with Pathan going strong. The 2 umpires, Nadeem Gowri and Simon Toffel, on the way out. It's always a good feeling to be in the sun when the temperatures are low. Anil Kumble must be happy with his performance. The whole of India will.
First wicket, and this is probably the wicket of the innings for Anil Kumble. Samaravira leg before, and the crucial wicket of Atapattu in the last over of the day. And this was this morning in the Chamindabas, Murli, whole neck and crop, and the rest was left to Harbhajan Singh to clear the Sri Lankan innings. The Sri Lankan players are out. Chamindabas, Bandara have a huge responsibility on these 2 bowlers. This is the man, Muralidharan.
Greg Chappell having a word with Anil Kumble, must be very happy with his performance. He's had a good time on this pitch here in Delhi, Anil Kumble.
Don't know what just Anil said, Shiva. I think there was a lot of bounce on that particular gesture of Anil. I don't know which ball is he explaining to Greg Chappell.
Maybe the googlies. Just a lot more overspin, so the extra bounce is there. But the body language of the Sri Lankans will be a good indication of what they're in for. They need to pick up wickets pretty quickly.
The intensity with which Anil bowled today was amazing. He just picked it up from where he left last evening. Came back, finished off Chamindabas, got into Murli, and got his 6th wicket. 44 wickets from 4 test matches and 1 more innings to come. Now that's a tremendous record on this wicket. He has some sort of an affair going with this wicket at Kotla. And this is just not the test matches what we're talking about. This goes way back in 91 when he came back for the Irani Cup. He was trying for a desperate comeback into the Indian cricket team. The Indian team was touring South Africa, and Kumble, in a match between Mahendra Singh and Anil Kumble, he just ran amok and got 13 wickets in that Irani Cup match to make a huge comeback. From then on, no turn back.
He's had an excellent career, Anil Kumble. 2 batsmen, Pathan and Lakshman. had the job cut out. Batting on 21, Pathan. 2 huge sixes of Muthaiya Muralidharan.
He has definitely disturbed the plan of the Sri Lankans. I don't think they expected Irfan Pathan to come in. Just not that they are disturbed, but the way at which Pathan is going about is fantastic. He has got 2 sixers. He's been aggressive. Just not that he's spending time at the center. And you have this man at the other end, VVS Lakshman.
He'll be on strike to Dilhara Fernando. 2 slips in place. Also a third man to cut out the boundaries. 3 in the ring and the offside. Good start. He'd like to be in the channel.
Good event, this one. Pushed in the right areas and good defense. Good sight to watch.
Just seeing if there's any reverse swing. It's too early in the innings. Just into the 15th over. Like I mentioned, good stride out from VVS Lakshman. It finds the gap. The timing is not what Lakshman would have liked. Normally times the ball extremely well. He'll still be happy to pick up 2.
Half drive and half push. Not really a... Didn't give enough power behind the shot. Just a push into the covers for 2 runs. Good start by Lakshman in this session. Very positive.
And now he'll pick up another. Can't stray onto his pads. He's very strong, VVS Lakshman.
So important for Dilhara to be a bang on target every time he bowls, and that's the philosophy of Test cricket. If you want to be a successful bowler in Test cricket, it's the accuracy that would be your main forte, and this is what you expect from Dilhara. This is the crucial moments in this Test match for the Sri Lankans. Every round will be made to count by the Indians. Over-reliance on Murli will not be good again. A lot of dependency on this guy. He can get wickets for you, but when you really make him bowl too many overs, he can also become predictable. That is something which Atapattu needs to keep in mind. He needs to have Murli operating at the right moment of the game. When the batsman is new, he should be used as a strike bowler. Just using Murli throughout the game might not be a good ploy. He has to use Chamindavas, Dilhara Fernando, and of course Bandara once the ball is little old, in right proportion.
The leg spinner, very impressive, especially on day 2, bowling in tandem with senior partner Muthaiya Muralidharan. Picked up 2 wickets. Malinga Bandara and Dilhara Fernando having some problem with his run-up. And also seeing a field change. Leg gully in. Just 1 slip and a gully on the offside. He's gone for the pull shot, top edged it. And luckily for Pathan, it will run away for 4.
It really doesn't matter how it comes, but the intention of Pathan was good. Hits his shoulder this time. Not the top edge of the bat, but it has gone for runs in the books.
Certainly hit the shoulder. But Pathan showed no signs of that. And again, the two men in the deep this time.
Had a great spell this morning. Plays and misses. The ball coming on to Pathan a little late this time. And it's not a bad shot what he's trying to play. Trying to keep the ball on the ground. Not taking the aerial route. Well, it doesn't appear that he's taking the aerial route. It's a pull shot, not a hook.
.36 for 1. So India lead by 96 overall, have 9 wickets in hand. Looking to get a big score to defend. Chaminda Baz achieved a major milestone, picking up 300 wickets when he dismissed Gautam Gambhir in Test match cricket. He's coming on to bowl from the Tata end. The list of leading wicket takers. Interesting point you mentioned off air, Sri.
This is the tally of wickets now. The real problem would arise when you have Muralidharan finishing his cricket, or Chaminda Baz. Maybe both of them probably have at least 2 to 4 years of cricket coming up. But when you go down the order, there is hardly anybody who is playing in this side figure in the list. 55 is Fernando, and then he needs to take a couple of wickets to replace Ravi Ratnaike here. Zoisai 64, he can come back into the side once he is fit. So there might be a bit of void which we already spoke this afternoon, created in the Sri Lankan side. So the fitness of Chaminda Baz and Muttai Muralidharan is extremely crucial for the Sri Lankan cricket.
Sloppy from Sangakkara. Hasn't been easy to keep wickets. The ball not carrying to the wicketkeeper. But he got up a little too early, took his eyes off the ball. The Indians won't mind, 2 more to the tally.
Can't say it was a bad bounce, but sloppy work. Sangakkara hasn't had a great game so far in this series. He missed a crucial stumping of Ganguly in the first innings. I think that could have paid way for India to set up a score of 290.
Exquisite! This is real magic stuff. VVS Lakshman at his best.
$100 runs lead for India now. Beautiful shot by Lakshman. Just getting into the pitch of the ball, and the foot is not there, but the bat does the rest. Excellent cover drive. What a sight to watch when he is going.
Great reply, good comeback by Chaminda Baz. Wicket number 301, that of VVS Lakshman. Terrific delivery.
The cover drive didn't really matter, Chaminda Baz. He does the same thing, doesn't alter anything. But this one induces an edge to the wicketkeeper Sangakkara. Top class bowling by Chaminda Vaas. True international class. Great bowling.
Lakshman gone for 11. It's 42 for 2.
The tower of Indian cricket walks along into the field. He has scaled a summit only day before. And what does he have in mind for the future? Of course, it is so important for him to perform today. India has to put on a good partnership, good score, a lot of responsibility. 10,265 runs, 35 test hundreds. I'm sure the way he walked into the crease today, he's off with a big burden.
Comes in at a critical time for the Indians. They lead by 102. Just one slip in place. And we're looking for another one in this innings. One slip and this man at short cover point for Tendulkar.
What is left for him to achieve? Maybe chase Brian Lara's record. But this innings will be extremely crucial too.
It is great bowling by Chaminda Vaas. He's been a great servant of Sri Lankan cricket. Line and length has been his forte.
This is a classical dismissal of VVS Lakshman. The previous ball was a cover drive, excellent shot, and the thinking of Chaminda Vaas definitely needs to be credited, and he follows the next one almost just similar, and he knows that a cover drive can also fetch him a wicket. Good thinking bowler Chaminda Vaas. And a great lesson for the youngsters watching this game. If you are hit for a cover drive, try and pitch the ball in the right areas, in the same areas. You stand a chance of getting wicket.
Big edge. Just reduced his length marginally, Chaminda Vaas, to get the hedge. Straightforward take for Sangakkara. There's some bat onto that. There's no fine leg. Should get 3. We do get 3. And leg buys it is. 45 for 2.
आपके सीरियल का नाम है कैसा ये प्यार है हमारा कैसा ये परिवार है
इकबाल मैंने सुना है कि बचपन में तुम्हारी कमर 38 इंच थी
और मेरी जो लेंथ थी ट्राउजर की वो 32 थी कुड़कुड़िया हाउस नंबर 43 साड़ुन से बॉस
कुड़कुड़िया हाउस नंबर 43 सिर्फ सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन एशिया पर
Irfan Pathan going strong at 25. And the Lil Master has just arrived. Tendulkar. 2 men dismissed in the second innings. Gambhir very early. And then BBS Lakshman. Both going to Chamin Dabas. Dilhara Fernando will continue.
Talking about records from the outside, it might appear that it is just an individualistic numbers, but lot of sweat and blood has gone through it. 16 years of cricket, day in and day out, facing the fast bowlers, green top wickets, square turners, walking into difficult positions. The amount of mental strain, the stress that can take the toll.
Gets off the mark, and a huge cheer from the crowd. Yes, he's handled everything perfectly, Tendulkar. The mental pressure, the physical exertion.
Most importantly, the success, the way he has handled success. He's exemplary in that way. A lot of people can learn out of this. Never gets carried away, always level-headed, humble.
It's Patano strike, and there are two men in the deep fine and deep square for the top edge. Full shot.
The only complaint I would probably talk about Sachin is that he expected a lot from the players when he was the captain. Huge expectations on his players.
Sachin, and it's a bit of Hindi. It actually is a Hindi word. Sachin bada player banega, something like that. Already is a master.
Dilara trying some intimidating stuff on Irfan Pathan. Not a bad ploy. You have two men at the back. A deep square leg. Rather a mid-wicket, you can say, and a squarish square leg. And a fine leg too. Will Irfan go for it? If he decides not to pull, you're allowing Irfan to settle down on the wicket.
Look to slip in the Yorker, Dilhara Fernando. A couple of short deliveries to push him back. A short delivery, but he spoke about Sachin Tendulkar. Often have that kind of a problem, don't you, when you have somebody who sets himself very high standards. Same goes when he captains the side. He's going to set everybody else high levels of performance.
Well, he could bat. Well, I mean, nobody could bat the way he bats. He could bowl, he could spin the ball, he could bowl fast, he could bowl in swingers. And then that became a problem for me and Venki, because he always used to come and stand in the nets and say, why can't you bowl an out swinger? When I can do, as a batsman, you can do it. Easy single down to the point region. They look for second. That's cheeky. And they get it. Excellent running. 48 for 2, India.
India leading by 108. 8 wickets in hand. Lakshman Gambhir dismissed in the second innings. And it's Pathan who's looking good. In a good position to be India. Like to play himself in. Tendulkar, he knows it's a different day, different innings. And Chaminda Vaz is a very good bowler.
The lead of 60 could prove costly for the Sri Lankans.
What fan following he's had, this young man, Tendulkar. I know those are Hindi words at the bottom, I actually don't know the meanings.
We have a strange field for Sachin here. You have a slip. You have a slip. A short cover, an extra cover, deep point, basically a well-packed offside field. No fine leg for Sachin Tendulkar. That makes Chaminda Vaz not to bowl anything onto the middle stump. He can't afford to drift down the leg side at all. We all know that Sachin drives straight back to the bowler. That's the reason Atapattu is standing at short mid-off. And that has played something in the minds of the batsmen for sure. That's even Rahul, we have seen Rahul playing the same field for his bowlers. It could be intimidating because as a batsman, anything pitched up, you naturally go for a drive. And then when you have a fielder there, I'm sure there is something that comes to your mind that stops you doing that.
And the pitch has kept low for the faster bowlers, so the batsman will be much safer playing straight with the full face of the bat. What the short mid-off might force the batsman to do is open the face of the bat and play it to covers.
But the learnings of this over would be to see how many balls Sachin has played to the fielders, and in my opinion all the 5 balls has gone to the fielders. That has been said by the captain. That's good bowling, good captaincy.
And you can't do that when you have 7 men on the offside and just 2 on the leg. Tendulkar gets his first boundary and also brings up the 50 for India. It's 52 for 2. So the 50 comes up for India. The last ball of the previous over. Tendulkar in very good position. Still head, waiting for the ball to come on to him.
That's neatly worked, Shiva. Beautiful work from Sachin Tendulkar. Good roll of the wrist, good body balance. And of course there is no protection. That helped the cause.
So Fernando will continue. To Pathan, there's a short leg in now.
Waste of energy on such wickets. You run in hard, you're up against a flat wicket, It's hard to get wickets, and then down the leg side.
It's been consistently shot, Fernando, especially against Pathan. He's becoming quite predictable. Needs to look for the Yorker. Again, the attempt was to get it about chest high. Not getting up, staying low. Good adjustment by Pathan in the end.
Irfan Pathan has settled well at the #1 slot. If he gets some runs, he might as well ask the skipper to stay him at this number.
Had a little bit of problem. Was in 2 minds whether to duck or to fend. Bit of bat involved. 4 runs signalled.
Pitching the ball in the blind spot of the batsman, you can't really escape that one. You can't find a way to get out of the ball when the ball is pitched in that area. It's a very blind spot. Ball raising from that particular areas makes it that much difficult for the batsman to side the ball. Change in field. Square legs comes in and takes the leg slip position.
He's pulled it with a lot of confidence. It's also a no ball. Great control over the shot from Irfan Pathan.
This shot should make some of the regular batsmen proud. Excellent batting. He's definitely out by a couple of inches, but look at the shot. Nicely positioned and down. Has kept the ball down. That's important. Pierced between the square leg and the fine leg boundary. Excellent placing too. Good shot.
Consecutive boundaries for Pathan. Oh, this is a good bouncer. This is a very good bouncer.
It's in deep. But is this really causing any concerns to the Indian batsmen? That's what I need to know. Change in field position again. Attapattu goes back to the square leg region.
Just getting to your point that you made a little earlier, the over-dependence on Chaminda Vas and Muthaiya Muralidharan could be the problem for Sri Lanka here. They don't want to bowl both of them together.
The point is, the line and length what Dilara Fernando is bowling is extremely important for the Sri Lankans. Now it is just not Dilara Fernando who has to think about his bowling. He's young, he has just played 20 test matches. He's been on and off, injured. And when you're injured, you go back to square one, you lose a couple of years of experience. We'll get back to that in the...
India in the second innings, 61 for 2 after 19 overs. In a very good position, lead by 121. Pathan doing well in the opener's job, 35, Tendulkar and 5. And replacements in the com box. It's going to be Arun Lal and Ranjit Fernando.
Thanks, Shiva. Pathan 35. Another experiment that succeeded for the Indian think tank. Not a lot going right for this man. He's got to get the breakthroughs and quick. Vas with the ball now. That is a terrific shot and well fielded as well. Wonderful hit. Good footwork. You can tell this man is in form. He's got 100 in the first innings. Good foot forward to the pitch of the ball.
Despite no runs being scored off that copybook shot, as you would say, the head still nicely in front, and deserved 4 runs. Great bit of fielding preventing that. Malinga Bandara, the fielder.
Well, that unorthodox fielder there at short point, Samravira. He's placed there. A lot of fielders, a lot of captains want to keep that fielder there a little square for Sachin. He stopped a boundary there.
Sachin appears to be looking to force the issue here. The Sri Lankans very tight cordon on that offside. And Chaminda Was, you really can't expect anyone other than him to bowl to a field like this. Needs a lot of discipline.
This time he's got it through. What a wonderful drive that is. Silken. Didn't try and hit it hard, just finding the placement. Now mind you, there are lots of fielders there. To find a gap like that is like threading the needle.
Absolutely, he really threaded it out that occasion. Again, the timing was so good. Waited on it, really didn't force the issue, didn't get sucked into the shot. But beautifully placed.
Very important runs these. I think he's got to reconsider getting Muralitharan back. He's their trump card. Every run will have to be chased down by the Sri Lankans. This is only day 3. They've conceded a lead of 60. Now they've got a deep fielder. They've got one in the deep cover boundary. That's to prevent the boundary. And they've got 2 close-in fielders for the drive that he can't keep down, Sachin. Obviously the length is going to be foolish. They want him to drive around the off stump. The problem with this is, this field set is that he's got to bowl outside that off stump. On a wicket like this, you'd probably want to be bowling on the stumps. But he's got VVS Lakshman, so that's probably what's encouraging him.
See, apart from the fact that this pitch is unusual because it's got a texture of grass and also bare areas, it's not a bad pitch to bat on, particularly when the ball's new, it's coming on, and it's still very hard. So Sachin Tendulkar looking to make full use of the situation.
So these are important runs. Sri Lanka would be well advised to keep the runs down and get wickets very quickly, because the highest run scored in the 4th innings ever, I mean the highest runs scored in the 4th innings to win a match is 276. That was also in Delhi. 276 for 5 West Indies. That's when Viv Richards got 100. So they've got to keep it below 276 to be effective statistically. At the moment he's going to get a single and retain strike. It's 66 for 2. .66 for 2, a big wicket after lunch. VVS Lakshman got Sangakkara bowled Vas. He's got 2. Vas has got 2 now, Gambhir and Lakshman. 10 to Tendulkar and 35 to Pathan. He's been the success story so far.
He really has held up proceedings for the Sri Lankans, Pathan, and this crowd really has enjoyed the entertainment he's provided. So particularly when someone who's not a regular batsman is up there batting at the top, the crowds are also very excited. And I think the Indians could make these experiments purely because they've got the type of players who respond well.
Well bowled. He got the ball to come in. Sachin correctly behind that one, totally behind that high elbow. Wonderfully played. Had it covered completely.
You could see that Sachin Tendulkar, after getting that batting record, is batting with a far greater degree of freedom and seems to be relaxed a great deal more. His arm seems to be moving much easier.
He's also a long way inside his crease. is the shot that he's so good at. The back drive, the bowler's back drive on the onside. That's what that fielder is stationed there for. Atapattu probably hurt himself a little. Oh, it hurts when you don't get in your palm. It's just the top of the wrist.
He certainly thrives in that area. The Sri Lankans have done their homework. They've got cover.
The slower delivery, he wants to, but he'll be content with one. Better safe than sorry.
Certainly someone as masterful as Sachin Tendulkar could, in fact, judge the slow one quickly. Played very late on that. And again, picking up a single in the process. Just look at the split fingers. And just turning the wrists around for the single.
Marwan Atapattu has got a job to do. He's scored 88 for his team. He's led well. Still in the game. Thinking all the time now. Not many people know that he had a huge back problem at the start of this game, and he had to go to hospital, the Apollo hospital, where they got some sort of a steroid come pain-killing injection. So he batted with the aid of that injection, and he's done very well so far. So he's got a bit of a sore back, Marwan Atapattu, but he's on the field.
That really has been an injury which has been troubling him for some time, and a lot of credit to him for bearing the pain and continuing with his cricket.
This is a better field. The previous over we saw him pitching it short to Irfan Pathan. Good thing about Marwan's captaincy, he tries something and doesn't work, you sort of revert to, you know, going back to a normal field. This is the better field. He can then, because in the previous over I felt Ranjit, he was getting too predictable. Every ball was being pitched in short.
Yes, I think that also probably has something to do with Dilara Fernando. He's someone who really needs to think out situations and outthink the batsman.
Lovely shot. Beautiful straight drive. Can't ask for more. The crowd is really getting their money's worth.
He's played some shots which really would make the top order batsman very proud. So there's not very much Marwan Atapattu could do. It's beautifully played, as you would see. The technique was superb, played, hit through the line. And there was no stopping it, particularly when you hit it behind the bowler, past him.
The good thing about Pathan is he doesn't commit himself to the shots. He doesn't take his front foot forward and across. He waits. Really, he's showing enormous potential as an all-rounder. He showed it in the one-dayers. And he's showing it here. He has pulled that one. It's a no ball as well, so he might come back for the second. 3 more runs to the score and another delivery to bowl.
He's enjoying this stint as opener. Apart from the runs coming on, he's really committed to making a big score here. Oh, away by a few inches.
Big one. But the good thing about Irfan Pathan is he's getting his runs quickly. There's no point just hanging in there, not scoring runs, because any time we've seen in this game, the pattern is such, you lose a wicket and then you might lose a couple together. Anytime you lose a wicket, you could be in problems. So as long as you're there, play a normal game and keep the scoreboard ticking. More runs, but there's cover there in the deep. He will retain strike. It's 75 for 2. Now that is a terrific session if you're an Indian supporter. 6.57 is the run rate 46 runs have come in 39 minutes of 7 overs. Can't ask for more. This is probably the best in the series. It is. And this ploy to send in Irfan Pathan raised a lot of eyebrows, mine included. It is proving to be a masterstroke.
Yes, I think it is a masterstroke, and I believe that it must have been on 2 counts. The decision would have been taken on the fact that they would probably need Dravid in the middle to try and play Muralidharan, and also earlier on someone like Pathan could make runs quickly enough to make as many runs as possible before Muralidharan really gets effect with the ball getting softer. So it's paid off very well, and I think Pathan has realized that he is the man for the job and played to the fullest potential.
But I must say it was a brave move to send in Pathan. It could have backfired, as every decision can. But then nothing ventured, nothing gained. And fortune does favour the brave.
Yes, again, Pathan has shown that he is well up to whatever decision they take and could adjust to the situation. The manner in which he's batted, he certainly has proven that not only could he hit the ball around hard, he's not just one of these ordinary sloggers. He's played with a very straight bat most times.
Yes, indeed, a tremendous potential all-rounder. He's done brilliantly in the one-dayers as well, whenever called upon. That is 4 more to Irfan Pathan. Goes to 46. There's nothing fortunate about the way he is batting, I must add. This is wonderful to watch. This is authentic cricket.
He's played some really difficult shots in the book to perfection. Again, a lovely shot. It's flicked away, but again, the straight bat was what made it so successful.
On 46 of 69 balls, he's playing the innings of the match. As far as I'm concerned, these are crucial times. We are into the second innings. It's a run-a-ball partnership, 37 of 37, and Tendulkar's contribution is 11 of 19. So you can imagine how quickly this man has got his runs. Well, it required a terrific effort there to save this from going to the fence. That is Dilshan. Could very well have prevented a boundary.
Hardly has he played a ball across. You could see again a very, very straight bat, and it was only that very good bit of fielding prevented the boundary. So the Sri Lankans really need to try and tighten things up as the run rate is getting out of hand.
Well, there's no stopping that one, but there's one in the deep. Content with one. Really, Gautam Gambhir can take a look at the way Irfan is batting. He's just not committing himself on the front foot. He's a left-hander. He's keeping that front foot in check.
Yes, Arun, as a result of it, I think his balance is fine. And I think this man in your screen, the coach, that's something which is instilled into players, balance about batting.
Well, there is a coaching session going on there, that's for sure. Young, talented Gautam Gambhir. Just a few difficulties with that front foot and maybe with the head falling over. Minor, but it can prove fatal to your career at this level. You've got to iron out these problems. That's why the coaching staff is there. I'm sure they're all working on him because he's a terrific potential. Tendulkar doing the right thing, just playing safe, correctly. Runs are coming very quickly from the other side, so that takes a bit of pressure off Tendulkar as well. That's 4, probably off pad. We'll have to wait and watch. No, it isn't. It's off bat, so that's played very fine indeed. It's 84 for 2.
नहीं 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 ये बातें
सिर्फ सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन एशिया पर।
Bowling change, right arm over.
84 for 2. Adapatu's got to put a lid on it now. That scorecard is really progressing very, very quickly. And Muralitharan, as he should have been there. Really, I was about to ask the question, where is Muralitharan?
It was strange that the Sri Lankans opted to bowl Muralitharan initially to the openers and has held him back until now, as he probably is the only one who really could in some way deceive a batsman like Pathan. So this is going to be interesting as to how Pathan would take him on.
This is going to be interesting. A slip and a short leg. He had him caught at short leg in the first innings. He's got a lot of protection on the onside. He's bowling from over the wicket to the left-hander. Those are the two deep fielders, a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, a short fine leg and a mid-on. So generally he's protecting that mid-wicket square leg boundary from the sweep or the slog sweep. That was a terrific delivery. I don't know how he kept that away from the stumps. It kept low. Well played indeed.
Going to show that he's really got his eye in Irfan Pathan. So rehearsing the shot later on, realizing that he didn't have too much of a straight bat. As you would see, he was looking to play it across. You really can't take too many liberties with Muralitharan. That's the Dusra, as he's very much on target, bowls that middle stump line, and you could see the exasperation, the disappointment.
So close that was. I think he just came off very slow off the deck, so gave him a little fraction longer to get his bat down on it. Now for Sachin, the field changes over, predominantly onside field again for him. Two short legs, a backward and a forward, and 6 on the on. That is extremely ambitious. Definitely struck outside the line.
The Sri Lankans are looking to make their appeals count. I think it's also psychological in some way. It's outside the line, but again, once they keep on appealing for things like this, the batsmen too are a bit careful to go with their pads at all times.
Well, he's about to sweep that one. That was the Dusra, and then just altered his shot at the last instant. There you are, straight bat, always the safer option. He's definitely going to get one. He's going to push them. No, he isn't. 86 for 2.
It.
86 for 2. We bowled 23 overs with the ball. Pathan on a wonderful 48. There's a double change in bowling now. Spinners coming on in tandem. Malinga Bandara coming on from the Tata end.
Not only has Mavanatapattu got to pick up wickets, he'll also have to keep the runs down. He wouldn't want India to run up a big lead, as the Sri Lankans have to bat last in this test match.
Exactly, Ranjit. That's probably why this innings of Irfan Pathan is hurting him the most, because he's getting his runs quickly and it's disturbing. The momentum is shifting in favor of India. He just can't put a lid on it. Needs to get wickets.
So Malinga Bandara has made quite an impression since his return to Test cricket. As we know, he's been brought into the Sri Lankan team after a long layoff, after 7 years, but has acquitted himself extremely well. So Muralidharan helping Malinga Bandara with the field.
Not a big turner of the ball, but he's been there and thereabouts most of the times. For a leg spinner, he hits the right lengths very early on. Bowls a bit of a flatter trajectory. He's only got a slip. I think they want him to settle down before they attack with another close-in fielder.
This Malinga Bandara is bowling into the end, where the other spinners really didn't bowl into, but they got wickets at the commentary box end, not the Tata end.
Got a couple of wickets in the first innings. One of them was Yuvraj. Bit of a debate on that one. Is that pad first? He's got it. He has given it. This is a big blow. Malinga Bandara. It was definitely the flipper. It did strike pad first. Was it in line with the off stump or not?
Yes, a very good delivery coming back. In fact, it straightened on, hit Tendulkar low on the pad. It was a long stride, but I would reckon it was going straight through. And also the umpire, Taufel, had a very close look at that, and he rules him out. Just look at the jubilation in Malinga. They do it in various forms, but Malinga certainly is delighted. Tendulkar walks. He's gone for 16. India 86 for 3.